This is a story of a journey 30 years in the making. It begins a long, long time ago when I was still a young man, and I owned a Series 3 Land Rover, and I had the wacky idea to take it to Iceland. So I bought maps and guidebooks, and started to plan a journey that would take me to Denmark, and then by ferry to Iceland, and then the adventure of a lifetime. But being young, I didn't have enough money to fund the trip, and no one really wanted to share the journey. In the days before social media, connecting with people who wanted to do something a bit different and get off the beaten track was really hard. So I put the maps and the guidebooks away and went climbing and mountaineering instead, spending my time in the Yorkshire Dales and in Derbyshire, and in Wales and in Scotland and in the Swiss Alps and in the Picos de Europa. And the thoughts of Iceland faded away for many, many years, seemingly forgotten. Years pass and life goes on. And then something happens that rekindles the dormant dreams, like a candle illuminating the dark. Old maps and books are consulted, and old books and maps become new books and maps. Plans are made and remade, dates are set, and flights and transport are booked. Then gear is selected and packed, and passports are checked, and final notes are made. And then we wait for the day to arrive when the journey begins.
So, first photography stop of the day, not the first stop of the day. I stopped for lunch earlier on the way here after getting in this morning. There is the trusty steed. It's in there. A little bit smaller than I'd anticipated, but it's going to work just fine. So about 2-hour drive here, and have this place absolutely to myself, and this is what I'm here to see. Not sure if you can hear me above the background roar. Had a good time with the camera here. I'm gonna head down. I think basically had pretty much the whole place to myself for the time that I've been here. I'm not actually sure how long I've been here. It's at least half an hour, 40 minutes, maybe more. If anything turns out, this is what it looked like. Well, back at the car, was photographing Skogafoss this morning. Talk about a honeypot. There's people all over the place, loads of photographers. It just felt crowded. God knows what it's going to be like later on. Hard to take pictures of. It was very overcast this morning, and I was out there even, before full sun up, and loads of other people were there as well. Sure, it's absolutely spectacular with good light in the middle of the day. Good luck getting anywhere close to it. Gonna head over to Kvernfoss. I'm expecting somewhat of the same because it's just hop and a skip over, but really looking forward to trolling out to Skogafoss this afternoon and hopefully start to leave some of the Reykjavik day tripping crowd behind and get to see some of the more rural and isolated Iceland. So it's 8 o'clock and I am going to Kvernfoss, and the amazing thing is, a kilometre back that way, Skogar and Skogafoss is full of cars, and here at Kvernfoss, 1,000 metres away, another beautiful waterfall, and I am the only person here, and I am heading off, hopefully, for a somewhat solo adventure. I'm sure there'll be other people there, but it's not going to be the zoo. Me, and no one else. What an oddity.
So, you clearly can't really hear me above the noise of the waterfall, but I did a great piece to camera, and it was really awesome at the time that I did it. But the most important thing I said at the end was really, it's unbelievable, and what could be better than this?
Just look at this. Well, that was quite the morning. Met one other person up there at the falls as a musician from New York. What a beautiful place. Totally alone, just the two of us. And even then we stayed out of each other's way, which was freaking awesome. Total contrast to Skogafoss, which had, a dozen photographers all vying for the same shot. And honestly, I don't think I may not even process those images. They're just they're so bland. This, a kilometre away and 10 minutes from the car park, and it's a different world. So hopefully I'll process some of these shots and I'll share them now. And on to the next place.
So end of day 2, drove about 4 hours. I was kind of wondering if I would just push on all the way out to Stockness, kind of ignore everything in the middle, and glad I didn't, because I went to Kvernfoss, and you've already heard the story about that. And then wend my way along Route 1, ending up here in Stockness, where I'm recording this. Stopped at a bunch of places along the way, and you've seen those with some narration in the middle. I didn't really capture much on-site stuff for those. Tomorrow, gonna head down and see if anything happens with the Vesterhorn. So with that, I'll see you in the morning.